Hello, my amazing analytical Aquarius. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of June. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your support and likes on this channel. Just a friendly reminder, Aquarius, that the top 3 videos that get the most likes get a twin flame bonus reading as well as discount codes for the extended. So if this resonates, please do hit that like button. All right, let's get started. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had a new romantic cycle begins in reverse. This is the new moon in Libra in reverse. So I'm getting that a new cycle in romance is not beginning. There's something in love that is not given another opportunity to repeat. We had have faith in your dreams in reverse, which is telling me that it's causing you to feel a lack of faith of whatever you are trying to manifest. It's like, oh, okay, well, since this romantic cycle is not beginning, well, it's kind of like crushing your dreams is what I'm hearing. And then we had the full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So Spirit is really saying, okay, especially going right to the light, there is going to be a win-win forecast. This is, the full moon in Libra, so it's all about balance, harmony, balancing divine feminine and divine masculine within a one-on-one partnership. That is what Libra represents for me. So it does look like there is going to be a win-win situation here, okay? We have the new moon in Libra and the full moon in Libra coming out, which, the full moon in Libra happens in Aries season, and the new moon in Libra happens in Libra season. So I feel like there might be something going on in your Libra-Aries axis, so check your natal chart to see what is going on there. We had Graveler using Rock Slide, okay? So this is a fighting type, and Rock Slide, I very much get that you just keep like sliding down and you may have hit rock bottom. I'm hearing that that part is over, like you've already slid down as far as you can go in that regards. But the thing is, it's like you felt like you were just fighting against this, right? And as much as you were trying to fight against this, it's like you kept tumbling down. Like I'm seeing someone, I forget what mythology person it is, but it's the person who's like going up the hill with like, Graveler's like a giant boulder, and they're like trying to push this boulder uphill. And I feel like that is how you were fighting something, when it's like, okay, why is that your task? You know what I mean? Like, why is your task taking this super heavy burden and trying to push it against gravity to get to the top of something, right? There's a lot of fighting energy, and what is yours is already yours, right? You don't have to fight against nature or, the universe in order to get it, right? We did have dangerous energy come out in reverse. So the thing is, when I heard that like you hit rock bottom here, it was very dark energy, and dark energy is okay, right? It's just shadow, but because dangerous energy, this is a special type of dark energy, is coming out in reverse, I'm hearing that like it's not dangerous, you know what I mean? Like, even though you've been in some dark places and have been kind of down in the dirt about things, it's not necessarily dangerous to you in the long term. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get through it is what I'm getting. Like, it's not going to hurt you beyond repair. I also got that, like, when this card came out, the right side of my head just started throbbing. So I don't know if you're getting headaches, or maybe if you got hit in that area of your head or something, or I'm not sure. Anyway, so we had the Six of Swords coming out in reverse. And so the Six of Swords for me in this deck is talking about going towards your dreams. As you can see, she's leaving the shadows behind, which is this world that is destroyed. There's like a lot of toxic sewage and stuff, and she's chasing her dreams into the light. Okay, there is something to be said about being unrealistic in a certain way, but I don't really read the Six of Swords in this deck that way. Okay, this is very much just like following your dreams and stuff, and because it's in reverse, it feels like you are having difficulty going towards the light. It's like the light that you're trying to go to get out of where you have slid down is like a struggle uphill, basically. And we saw that you're having difficulty having faith in your dreams, and I get that same sort of energy here from the Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Chalices come out. Okay, so this is the highest form of divine feminine energy when it comes to emotional regulation, your emotional body and such. And it's because the Queen of Chalices knows when there is an emotional burden that is too much to bear on their own. So who do they go to? The King of Chalices, a divine masculine entity that brings structure and, solid energy that is safe. Safe to emotionally express and say how you feel, and that can give you, just that grounding presence to release your divine feminine emotional energy and feel safe. You know what I mean? It's not like he's going to tell her what to do. It's not like he's going to tell her what to feel. This is merely an expression, you know, of holding space for someone. So I feel like a lot of you might be very upset about some things, might be mourning some things I'm hearing, and really needing this divine masculine presence in order to fully release. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse, so this is telling me that some sort of conversation has yet to change, okay? Ten of Swords, traditionally, you know, it usually shows someone with like 10 swords in their back of like being backstabbed. It's like, okay, conversation over, this has ended. In this deck, it's a little bit different. It's talking about the transmutation of things, of like, yeah, that conversation's dead, but it's being reborn as the phoenix. It can really transmute into something else. But it's telling me that you're having difficulty transmuting the energies to kind of end this, And it might be that, you know, maybe you just always feel sad or depressed or, you know, needing to release this emotional burden, and that's kind of the gridlock that you're stuck in. And then we had the Four of Wands in reverse. So for me, the Four of Wands is when you are in union with your twin flame, okay? And as you can see, twin flame is not romance, right? This is actually multiple twin flames working towards a common goal. They are, and that's what twin flames do on this earth, right? They all work together in order to anchor in the new earth. And so this is when you are in union with your twin and also union with other twins, you know, and doing your twin duty, so to speak. But it's coming out in reverse, which is telling me that you aren't in physical union with your twin. There's definitely some disharmony. Also, when the Six of Swords came out in reverse, I have a twin flame candle. It has two like flames on it, and one of them went out, like almost out, and then it came back up. So I feel like there's a situation where it's like almost out, but then it's back sort of situation. I thought there was one more. Okay, well, I guess that's where, okay, High Priest, I got High Priestess, I guess she says nope. Okay, so yeah, but I am feeling that for some of you it could be a twin flame situation, and you may be realizing like, okay, I'm not in union. And you might be realizing that because you don't have a shared soul mission sort of thing. With the Two of Air coming out in the shadow, this is definitely going back and forth, right? This is pendulum work. Some of you might actually be doing pendulum work. For me, like, this card represents kind of going back and forth. Like, pendulum is very yes, no, maybe, or try again sort of thing. And I feel like that's where your mental space is. You're kind of going back and forth of like, yeah, that's it. Or no, that's not it. Or maybe, and then like, oh, I'll think about it later. I'll try again. There's definitely a lot of things that are up in the air, a lot of things unknown, a lot of things, you know, hidden, like very unclear communication. And then we have the Wheel of the Year, which is telling me, you know, big karmic cycles, right? The Wheel of the Year represents, I mean, it is the Wheel of the Year, right? So one solar revolution. So there could be something that you've been going through for years, possibly, kind of going back and forth. But the Wheel of the Year does symbolize, you know, a lot of karmic cycles that are coming up, and either you're in them or you're breaking them, okay? And they're coming up, and it's your choice. Are you going to go in them to break them, or are you going to go in them to repeat them? Although we do see that you are not letting another romantic cycle begin in the same nature. And then we had Beltane in reverse. So something might have happened around Beltane. And Beltane in reverse, this is the Lover's card in reverse. So it does feel like you are understanding that that's not what love is, sort of situation. Like, love isn't going to keep you in the dark. Love isn't going to keep you in your own head. Like, the Two of Air for me is also a conversation that should be happening between two people, but you have to do it by yourself in your own head, which is why you might go to some pendulum work or be here for tarot, because you're just like, I have no information from this other person, you know what I mean? And that's not what love does, right? Love brings light into the situation. Love brings joy and happiness and ease, right? It's not a struggle uphill. I'm hearing Bjork's song Undo, U-N-D-O, by Bjork, B-J-O-R-K. I definitely suggest that you listen to that. Yeah, because I'm hearing like you're meant to be in a generous mode, the kindest kind, the kindness kind. And that is what love is. You guys are about to make me cry. Yeah, I feel your sadness. There is a lot to grieve here. And I feel like it is some situation that maybe you thought was love. Your nervous system thought it was love, but it's not. Okay, and that's a lot to take in. Okay. Whew, Aquarius, happy Gemini season. Definitely a lot going on since it is Gemini season, which is the twins. I am using my twin decks here, and then we're going to use this deck as the general energy. Okay, so I hope that everything is going well, right? Gemini season, we're in Gemini Mercury retrograde, as well as the Gemini new moon eclipse that's happening on the 10th. I'm recording this on the 7th, so not too far off. We also have Pluto retrograding in Capricorn. We have Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. So that's definitely influencing a lot for you guys. I mean, Saturn is the ruler of karma, okay? The ruler of time, any sort of physical restriction, aging, decay. For those of you who are in your Saturn return, double check what degree. If you have a Saturn between 14 and 6 degrees, I believe, you're having 3 Saturn returns, okay? And you're about to hit your second. So definitely a lot going on. But Aquarius, having Saturn retrograding for you is definitely going to bring up a lot of karmic things, especially when it regards the divine masculine or any sort of father wounds that you may have, or issues with the patriarchy or social structures, which when don't you have those issues, Aquarius? But I love you guys. You just are absolute humanitarians and revolutionaries, and I respect it. All right, let's get started though. So anyway, we're in Gemini season, right? It already feels like we're chit-chatting, so you already get the vibe. We're going to check and see what is on your mind. What have you been thinking about? And then we're going to go into some details about that. And then in the extended, we're going to check and see what we can do to help bring you peace of mind to further your healing journey. And then, of course, some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. All right, let's see what's been going on with Aquarius, what's on their mind. I'm also getting that there's one that wants to come out in another deck. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So I feel like you're getting deeper into spirituality for sure, right? That's that Piscean themes. Piscean is the unknown. It's, you know, other dimensions. It's, you know, mysticism, dreams, illusions, delusions even. And I feel like you're trying to be as practical as possible because, you know, like I say every time in your reading, you're amazing, and you're also very analytical. You're very data driven. You rule science and technology, so you have to have some sort of data in order to move forward, even when it comes to faith in the unknown. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to unseen forces, you're like, okay, but I have to have data. And maybe that's why maybe you're doing some pendulum stuff, or even here, right? This is data. This is data that is coming out. Like, even if you want to compute the math of like, okay, 1 times 72 times 1 times 72 times 1 times 72, the fact that all these cards would come out, right? Plus like the randomness of 1 out of, I don't know, 70,000 different Pokemon cards that there are, you know what I mean? So yeah, it feels like you're still being very practical about your spirituality. We have tree grounding in reverse, but it feels like you're having a little bit difficulty grounding things. This is a very ungrounded time, right? We're in Gemini season, that's air. And as an air sign yourself, it's not easy to ground, especially when there's so much air. And we have the Mercury retrograde in Gemini as well. So it feels like you're having difficulty grounding. Let's see. I'm hearing that some of you might be losing kind of faith in it because some of these like hunches, you're like, but there's no data. Okay, well, that's why you're here. Let's see. Trainer, full heal, and reverse. So trainers always indicate another person, right? And with full heal and reverse, I'm getting that someone else has not done their healing. And you're trying to be practical about that of like, oh, okay, well, I can't heal them. You know what I mean? I'm also getting that you're understanding that this person cannot heal you either. I'm going to ask for one more. Tell me more. Shed Ninja using Hopeless Scream. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Okay. So, yeah, this is your heart chakra. So you're understanding that there's no way for you to fully heal this individual, and this individual's presence, absence, whatever it may be, does not have the ability to heal you, okay? And it's making you ungrounded because maybe your spirituality was very much based upon this person rescuing you or healing you or something. Very kind of Disney princess programming kind of thing. We have Shed Ninja using Hopeless Scream here. So this is telling me in your heart chakra there is a hopeless scream, which makes sense of why, you know, you felt that a new romantic cycle isn't beginning. You know, we had all that Libran energy, which is our one-on-one relationships, romantic and platonic, but I am feeling a very romantic sort of energy here. And now you're feeling hopeless in love and just like, like for real. Shed Ninja here is the angels. Okay, so your angels, you might be maybe learning about them, or your angels are trying to come in. So angels work on divine will, which has to respect free will of humans. So your angels cannot reach you unless you call them in. You have to be willing to summon them. Just a reminder, Aquarius, angels are not Christian. They are not Judeo-Christian. Judeo-Christian mythology uses the power of the angels a lot, but angels are merely like vibratory truths. Basically, I liken them to mathematical equations. You call them in and it's just a frequency that exists. Some are healing, some are protective. It's just a thing, right? It's just a frequency. Okay, so let's see. It says a most peculiar Pokemon that somehow appears in a Pokeball when Nincada evolves. Yeah, so this is the Cicada Pokemon, and what do you know? This year we have cicadas coming back, right? So Cicada Spirit is coming out, and I feel like you are going through some sort of rebirth. And this Pokemon, like as you can see, Nincada is right here. That's what it is. When you catch it, it evolves, and then, you know, the husk, which is the shell of the cicada, turns into an angel. And you know, yeah. And so I feel like this is you. If you were not caught in this situation, you would not have evolved in the way that you did. And I'm getting that your heart chakra has gone through so much and been so giving that it opened your heart chakra portal, and you are an angel. Like, you've done nothing wrong in this situation. All you've wanted to do is heal or be healed, which is very angelic. Like, you've wanted to do the best that you could, but you need to bring some practicality into how this is spiritually affecting you, and bring in some grounded, more of the practicality aspect into your spirituality. And it does look like you might be getting your wings or your halo because of the good deeds that you've done. Like, how you really have come from your heart chakra. And even now, like, there is this aspect of feeling hopeless in this, but the thing is like, you're evolving, and that's not a hopeless thing. I'm getting that there's a lot of innocence here. You were very innocent in this situation. All right, let's see what the light energy is here. What's in the light? Tell us more about this. The Eight of Wands. So you were trying to manifest something for a very long time. The Eight of Wands for me is repetitive manifestation that is successful. And what I'm getting is that there was something that you were manifesting over and over again. Woo, Three of Wands in reverse. It could have been someone in a third-party situation. This is my sneaking around effing the mailman, excuse me, card. And because it's in reverse, it's telling me that you have decided to get out of a third-party situation. You could have been held in gridlock is what I'm hearing. Like, you tried over and over and over again, and maybe it felt like something, like, as you can see, there's a red string around her wrist, and like, red string is definitely like a red string of fate. And I'm getting that it was fated for you to do this over and over again, but I'm getting that you're understanding, like, okay, I'm doing this over and over again, and I'm getting the same response, you know what I mean? And as like Einstein said, or like, you know, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different response, sort of thing. And that's a data-driven approach, right? If you keep collecting the same data over and over again, and it's catching you in a third-party situation that you don't like, or you feel like you're stuck at an impasse, like, that's your data. Let's see, what's the shadow? He wants to hide. Mother of Air. So some of you, there could be some mother person that is kind of hiding in the shadows here. I mean, we have a lot of Cancerian energy right now, right? Venus and Mars is there. And so there can be a lot of mother stuff influencing possibly a mother wound. But, you know, the maiden ushers in new, the mother nurtures, and the crone ends, extinguishes. So this is telling me that in the 5D, you might still be mothering a conversation with this person. So this can be astral communication. Let's get some clarity on this. Spell casting in reverse. Woo! Okay, so yikes. Yeah, so you might still be communicating with this person. There can be some black magic that is going on here by a third-party person. It could be someone's mother here. But yeah, I definitely do not like this energy. I'm going to ask for one more. Tell me more about the spell casting and the Mother of Air. Eight of Fire. This is Neptune in reverse. So there were a lot of illusions and delusions regarding this. There's definitely some sort of feminine here. Could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But the reason why this 5D communication is being nurtured, and so this can mean that you're still communicating in the dream realm, that you're communicating psychically in the 5D and things like that, is because of some not so good intentioned spell that was cast, and this created a false sense of something, some sort of delusions or illusions. It like cast a web over you is what I'm getting, a web of deception. Ooh, wow, Aquarius. Okay. Well, that's not the greatest. Some of you might be, you know, Neptune is also the sign of altered states of consciousness and mind-altering substances. So when it's coming out in reverse, I'm getting some of you may have tried to, like, naturally block this out in some sort of way by numbing yourself through substances and things of that nature. All right, let's see some more details on this. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, you need to release this. You need to take time, and I feel like this is going to take time. Right now, your heart is in some sort of hopeless scream mode of like, oh my gosh, like, I'm hearing like I have to abandon all hope in this. And that's going to take some time. You need to breathe out. Like here, you're screaming, which puts your nervous system in a state of consciousness. I feel like your heart is screaming. But what you want to do is really practice some breathing exercises to remind your nervous system and your heart that you are safe, that your body is safe here. Okay, hold on. Okay, it feels like there's another one that wants to come out in here. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node in reverse. It feels like you need to take some time to breathe out and not repeat the things of the past. Do not let your past hold you back. Check where your South Node is in your natal chart, okay? Like I said, there was a lot going on in your Libra Aries axis, so check and see what's going on there, or like your 7th house, 1st house sort of energy. I'm hearing especially your 7th house. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let it hold you back, because it feels like that is the biggest blockage here, is that you're so focused on something that happened in the past that it's stopping you from actually being able to breathe out and release this. It's like your nervous system is stuck there. All right, let's see. Tell me more about this, please. Okay, that's quite a bit. We have masquerade using intimidating pattern. Yeah, so it feels like you are, as you are understanding more about this, you are getting intimidated by the pattern that you're seeing that your heart chakra undergoes. And again, I feel like this is some sort of program that definitely has like father and mother wound involved of why this cycle is replaying, right? And it is breaking in you. It is breaking, but you are intimidated by the pattern that you are seeing within your heart chakra. And masquerade has to do with, like, you know, masquerade. So I definitely feel like you're understanding that there is some sort of false mask, and you're understanding like, wow, this person has been fake, and you're intimidated by this energy basically. And again, I feel like that's why you definitely need to take some time to breathe out. This is going to take time to release, but you need to give yourself that time, gift it to yourself. It says its antennae have eye patterns on them. Its 4 wings enable it to hover and fly in any direction. So it's talking about, you know, having the eye patterns, which I do take as kind of like evil eye. So I feel like there was a lot of jealousy and, you know, like evil intentions sort of around this energy. And I feel like you're understanding that, like, wow, a lot of this relationship was based on jealousy. Either, you know, me trying to make this person jealous, or me jealous of other people. Like, you know, this person using things to try to make me jealous and then kind of taking that energy. And it's talking about the four wings enable it to hover and fly in any direction. So, you know, the angels, that you actually get 2 sets of wings from the angels. Okay. And I feel like you are getting your second set of wings, and so that you can really soar and fly in any direction that you want to go. Your heart is being given this gift and saying you can do anything you want with the love that you have access to now. The only thing is being able to let this go, right? So that is beautiful. The angels are definitely trying to get, you know, in contact with you. We have fighting energy in reverse. So again, I'm getting like, you are releasing fighting this energy. You are understanding your own patterns, even though you are intimidated by them, even though you are understanding that a lot of it had to do with jealousy and things like that. And we have psychic sphere, Zatu, coming out using psychic sphere. So I'm getting that you're trying to protect your psychic aura, that you're trying to really, yeah, protect yourself, bubble yourself from this energy so that you don't have to fight against all of this jealousy-based stuff. Okay, this is the third eye. So I am getting like your psychic and your mental space is, I think like it feels like you're trying to get a lot of psychic guidance at the moment in order to try to figure out exactly what this is going on, because you don't want to be held back by your past, even though you're recognizing in your patterns that you are. Okay. It says, they say that it stays still and quiet because it is seeing both past and future in the same time. So this is beautiful, Aquarius. It looks like you are time traveling, right? We are in eclipse season, which is a time of radical change. You can really time hop to any timeline that you want. I definitely suggest looking into Akashic Record cord cutting because you can really get to a better timeline very quickly. Please also note that, you know, if you get to a very, very high timeline very quickly, it can be traumatic to the body, which is why you have to be able to allow yourself to breathe out, to take the time to rest after you get to that higher vibrational timeline. But anyway, it's talking about, you know, you're staying still and quiet. So I feel like in terms of what is happening, like you don't really want to do anything about it. It's like, okay, I don't want to try to control anything. Again, it's like you don't want to fight against it. So even if you're noticing these intimidating patterns, I feel like you're like, okay, I'm not going to block this person. I'm not going to do this or this or this, but I'm just going to sit and wait and see type energy. And it's talking about seeing the past and the future. So I'm getting like, you know, you're looking at your past and you're like, okay, I'm understanding if I just keep repeating these manifestation cycles, it's going to be the same in the future. You're really understanding how things are just repeating themselves, basically. Okay, well, congratulations on your realizations, Aquarius. This is awesome. All right, let's see what's in the light here. King of Swords. Okay, so this is definitely, this is the highest form of divine masculine energy when it comes to communication. Okay, so it feels like you are being very analytical with what you are, you know, doing. The King of Swords is very data-based, very fact-driven, very, you know, this is the way, and I know because here's the graph sort of thing. And look how she's pointing to a graph, right? She's talking about the extrapolation of data. And I feel like your own masculine energy is really understanding like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing the past, and because I know exactly how it happens in the past over and over, I know where it's going to go in the future, you know? And there's that hill, you know what I mean? It's like you have that boulder and you're going up that hill and, you know, carrying that hill and you keep sliding down. When you get to the top, it's like you roll down the other side and then you end up rock bottom again. And that's not a good pattern, right? That's not exactly where you want to be. With the King of Swords, it does feel like there is a very strong soul contract. And again, I really do suggest Akashic Record cord cutting because, yeah, we have certain soul contracts, but you can release them. You know what I mean? After you learn that karma, it's like, okay, I've learned that lesson. I'm ready to let it go. Let me learn a higher lesson. How about having all the money I want, or the job that I want, or having true love? You know what I mean? Those are all different things that you can access, right? All time is happening at the same time. We get to choose consciously through free will what we want to access, right? Nothing, there's no karmic cord that we can't cut is what I want to say. All right, let's see. What's the shadow? Unless we believe that we can't, right? If you think that there's this red ribbon tying you to someone, then, and so it is, you know what I mean? We have Seven of Fire in reverse. This is you. This is Aquarius energy. This is Uranus in reverse. So I'm getting that this is taking your fire. You know, the karmic soul contracts that you've had, yes, they are very strong, but they're taking your fire. It's making you feel flipped in reverse. It makes you feel like you can't be the humanitarian that you want to be. You can't be the revolutionary that you want to be. You can't relate to non-human species, which includes aliens, right? Aliens, AI, animals, plants, Pokemon, you know, in the way that maybe you could or should at your highest vibrational timeline. Same with your relationship with science and technology. I'm going to ask for one more. Tell me why Uranus is in reverse here. Maiden of Air in reverse. Yeah, it's stopping you from ushering in new communication about these sorts of things to the world. Like, it's stopping you from having a new beginning. Why? Because you're still mothering this old one that's full of this, you know, spell casting energy in reverse that is this illusion or delusion. I'm also getting that some of you may have cast this spell on yourself. If you've done some manifestations that bind you to someone, then that could have been you doing it, right? So, I'm going to call an angel in to take us into the extended. Like I said, we're going to see what we can do to bring you peace of mind and further your healing journey. And then also some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline, which it looks like you definitely want to get to. What angel would like to come out to help Aquarius? Breathe. Yeah, exactly. Take time to breathe out. You need to focus on your breathing. If you are having anxiety right now, please take some time to breathe. This is Archangel Raphael. He is the healing angel. He's a healing frequency. He says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. Well, if that doesn't summarize everything really that we've been talking about, let's take some deep breaths together. Okay, continue this deep breathing for yourself. We're going to call in a dragon to help clear this dense energy before we go into the extended. Yeah. You know, you need to breathe in order to, because you are releasing these old patterns. You have this ability. It feels like you're kind of forcibly time hopping in some sort of way, because after these realizations, how can you not, you know? We have the Earth Dragon coming out in reverse, and again, I'm getting it's because you're having difficulty grounding. So, you know, grounding, a great way to ground is to go outside, sit your butt on the ground, and imagine at your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine, roots coming out and root into the ground. If you're having difficulty doing this, you can go to a tree and root next to a tree and, you know, grab onto its roots, you know, spiritually, and it can help anchor you, okay? Because we have the Earth Dragon in reverse reminding us that, hey, you know, you need to bring some more practicality and grounding energy into your spiritual life here. Earth Dragon clears your path and land around you. Yeah, and you have a path to go down, and you are being asked to go down it, and the Earth Dragon really wants to help you clear this path. And as you can see, he's right on the cliff, which is the Fool's journey, right? The Fool is always on the edge of the cliff, and it represents taking a leap of faith into the unknown, and I'm getting that that is what you are being asked to do. I'm also getting that working with deep blue crystals can really help, and it can especially help your throat chakra, because maybe your throat chakra has been saying things that were not true for you. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the situation was. Okay, so it says, stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. This is beautiful. You are ready to move forward, release old patterns. The Earth Dragon wants to help you clear this stuck energy, and so it's very important for you to stay grounded during this time. Beautiful, beautiful segue into the extended Aquarius. If you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!